right over here. All right. Just one. Awesome, those are all going the right way. Now we gotta put 1.5K resistors in. Two here. Okay. $1.5K, 1.5K. Bending all these legs is the worst, man. Man, oh man. How you doing, Elmer? Newer Ham Radio Elmer? How are you?
These are, if you know the company Game Plan, they made pinballs in the late 70s, early 80s, and the power boards, or the MPU boards, the control boards, go bad. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to lose the ring if I'm going to turn this board on, that's for sure.
Probably should lose it when I'm soldering too, to be honest. Yeah, but these are MPU boards out of pinball machines. Game Plan is the company that made them. Yeah, man, these boards are known to give up the ghost because they used to have batteries on them. Well, actually, I can show you what the original one looks like. This is the original one. This is one that someone designed modernly that I got made on PCBWay. I cannot get this one to work to save my life. This is where the battery was. The battery explodes and destroys all the rest of this circuitry, which it did. Like all the traces were 8 and everything. You can tell it's old because all the traces are not digital. I mean, you know, they're not square. They're rounded. So I was trying to fix this for a long time, so I figured out I could buy and make my own. And that's where we're at now. Is I'm buying and making my own. Getting better at bending these things just right, I tell you what. That one's kind of popped out. I don't like that. I mean, it's seating fitting fine, but yeah, all low melt. Yeah, these someone wasn't me, but
somebody made a design on PCBWay. Uh, if you get any circuit board designed in modern software, you can ship it out. Well, you can send the design to a website called PCBWay, and they will ship you. They will make the boards for you. It's actually really cheap. It's in China, I'm pretty sure, but I think I got 20 of these boards for $300, which is not bad at all. And my goal is to get mine working, and then probably sell the other ones, because the lowest quantity you can do is, I think, 15. So I was like, well, heck, I'll make it an even 20, and I'll make them all, and we'll fix some other people's games too while we're at it, I guess.
Come on. There we go. Gotta put this switch in. Alright, we're getting close. Closer. What's up? What's up? Yeah.
So the highest thing I will work on. Hey, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. The highest voltage thing I work on is probably CRTs. I've done a few CRTs, but I don't like to. Hi, Edic. How are you? I've done a few jukeboxes, and those have like 390-volt lines, I think. But I don't like it. The tube stuff is high voltage. The tube stuff's too high for me. I only did it the one time. Thanks for subbing. I appreciate that very much.
This is the 1.5s. We still have some 1.5s to put on here.
Elmer, have you ever been to Hamvention? I actually live in Dayton, so very close to that convention every year. I've been a few times. I've never been really big into ham radios, but there's everything there, so I go anyways. I'll definitely check you out. I will definitely check you out. Oh, nice. Yeah, I went to your page here. Chris, very cool. Nice to meet you. Us tech hobbyists got to stick together, man. Yeah, I just got this set up. Attic will recognize this from a few other streams ago. So, of course, we have the regular camera. We have this desk cam. I need an adapter to have this cam work at the same time as this cam, but I got a cam over on the solder bench now, too. How fancy is that? Yeah, newer. My dad was really into sideband growing up. He had CB radios, and we had a giant amplifier and a tower in the backyard, and he had a big map in our back room where he would put a pin every time he talked to somebody farther away. So he got to talk to people all over the world. Of course, not very well, but just to be able to check in was pretty cool. I really need to get a box for all these parts. Okay. We got to do some 220Ks. Where's the bag for the? This is a 1.5s. Are we done with 1.5s? I think we are. I think we got them all. I think we need 2 more diodes down here, 2 more 1448s. And then we gotta do some 220Ks. What are you? Oh, no, that's not a diode. We need 3. Giant sea beer. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, my dad was really into that for a long time. I don't think he does it much anymore. I think he'd like to, but he moved, so he doesn't have his giant antenna mast anymore or anything. He moved to a much more mountainous area as well, so not such good signal as there is up here in the Midwest, where there's nothing but flat earth and high winds. A few more 4048s. Yeah, all this is through hole. I have a hot air station, but I don't need it for this. I've done some surface mount stuff, but I try to stick away from it if I possibly can. I have like one of these cheap Chinese microscopes too that you can set up with the lights on it and everything, but Yeah, the tech I like to work on. Uh, the tech I like to work on. This is a PS2 I was doing yesterday. I got some Sega Dreamcasts. This is like the newest stuff I'll do. The stuff I like the most is Atari 2600s and stuff of that era. So the Atari stuff is really cool. And I do a lot of those. I'm surrounded by like 25 Atari boards right now that are in various states of... Well, they actually all work, but the cases are getting cleaned. So I'm waiting on the cases to come back, and then I'll put them all back together. I got all the capacitors to do that too. This might devolve into a soldering stream for Ataris if I get that far. But we're finishing. We want to finish this board. Yeah. 8-bit, man. That's all the bits you need. I think I have a sticker down here in the basement somewhere on this bench that says 8 bits is all you need. That is all you need. Okay. The 220Ks. We gotta put those in. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're almost done with this board, actually. Well, as much as we can be. We're still waiting on a few more chips. We need 74Ls 138, and these are back ordered everywhere. So I have a bunch of back orders to get them. Hopefully they're supposed to ship in December, and we need our EEPROM program chip. These are on order as well. And then this project will be done. And then I can plug it into my pinball machine and see if I can get it to come back to life now that I got this all made up. Okay. Okay. Hopefully you still hear me. I just realized my microphone was using the wrong one. Hopefully I sound a little better. Anyways. The EEPROM this uses is a 27C020. 27C020. Which I'm pretty sure is what is a 64K one? I honestly don't know. I do not know.
Hoping you guys can still hear me okay. So I changed that over. Okay, yeah. Yeah. 2048. I know. CO20. Well, I'll show you what I got. This is my first time programming my own EEPROMs, and so this is going to be a learning experience for me. Oh, come on. I'll let it load. Anyways, let's finish soldering these in. That's, then we have one more, yeah. One more 2200 that I missed initially, right here. Alright. Okay. Let me look. Each web page takes forever to load when I'm streaming, man. It's just slow. Yeah, 27C020, whatever that is. I think you're right. I think, yeah, AM 27C020. That is exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. Yeah. Got another diode to put in right here. Alright, now we just need to get the 100K resistors. Did this order not include the 100K one? Let me get the paper. Yeah, 100K resistors. I need a bunch of those. Not sure if I assumed I already had them. Well, I do already have them, actually. Yeah, I do. They're right here. They're right here. Yeah, these are 100Ks. That's why I didn't order them, because I already had them. Starting to get worried I messed up my order again. Wouldn't be the first time. That is for sure. That one's not big enough. Ah, come on. Solder time. This, other than the LEDs, is like the last things we can put in here. For now. Till we get our chips. Well, it's the last thing we solder to this board, really. So we'll solder those LEDs on. And then we just gotta wait on the chips to get here. We already got the headers in for them. There we go. This guy. This guy. That guy. That guy. I need to get a or like a little monitor that hooks up over here so I can read chat while I'm at this bench. Right now my testing bench has all my streaming stuff on it. That's where I test a console or a computer or something. It's got the monitor hook up and all that. Okay. How pretty. All populated now. All populated. Everything's the right way around. We're just missing these chips. Did we solder that all the way in? This 4-pin? Yep, we sure did. I got all the dip switches. That came in today. I don't think I need to populate this unless I'm using the battery. Yeah. Awesome, man. Okay, well, let's get the LEDs in there. And then we can say we're done soldering completely. I think I want to put greens in here. I want to put red over here. Let me Google something. Go to, yeah. Okay. Okay. So, short leg into square hole. Like that. And there is our red LED. So, when this, when these boards boot, they flash a sequence. And that sequence tells you, like, if there's something wrong with the board or not. Yep. Alright, that is everything this board needs soldered to it. It's everything soldered. We're just waiting on chips now to arrive, and we can throw this into our pinball machine and test it, which I'm really excited about. Because I've been waiting to get this pinball machine up and running for quite some time. We just might be waiting a while longer because these, like I said, these 74 LS 128s are back ordered. So I think DigiKey said they should ship in December. Hopefully they do. Yep, everything's soldered now. We just gotta wait a few more chips. Yeah. Oh, that button's not soldered in. It's sitting there all nice and pretty, but it ain't soldered in. There we go. You'll see some stuff missing up here, but this is the optional battery, and I'm not using a battery. I'm using a RAM chip that will keep its storage when the game's off. And they last like 15 years or something like that, and that just goes in this slot. That RAM chip does, and so we need the RAM, we need the 74 LS 128s, we need 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. And we need RAM and we need the EEPROM. And then we'll be able to test this. I'm excited to do so. I do want to make sure that I didn't... These... Whoever made this board, these are very close together. I want to make sure they're not shorted. That's the only thing. There we go. Alright, we're not shorted, we're good. I just want to make sure. That's that little NPN transistor, or NPN, that makes our LED flash. I wanted to make sure it didn't have a short. Yeah, 15 years or so. I don't know. That's what I was at the parts store today, and I heard some guy talking about that. He was like, yeah, I just throw those RAMs in, and they last like 15 years. I figured they last a lot longer than that, but whatever. I don't know. Maybe he's crazy. Maybe he's nuts. Alright, well this is done until we get the rest of our parts. So now the stream can devolve into Atari boards. And I gotta get the resistors, or so on all these Atari boards, what I do, and I have an eBay store where I sell them refurbished, is we'll replace the capacitors on them, which is a total of 3, and we'll clean the case up real nice and repaint it, and we'll recalibrate the RF, which usually doesn't need much, it's just an adjustment here in the color wheel, and then we'll sell it with games as a bundle. And the bundles are doing pretty good right now because it's near Christmas time, you know, so. It's easier with these big ones just to pull it out. Yeah, but this capacitor's been in service. Yeah, he might be. That guy might be. I don't know. But these capacitors have been in service for what? What is that? What's this board say? Well, I don't think that's right. It says 99. I don't know when they stopped making these, but I'm sure it was before that. But these are most of these have date codes in like 1981, so. And I'm about to put this in backwards. This is going well already. Let's get these holes cleaned out. There we go. There we go. So all these Atari boards have tested good. I know that the internal circuitry works, but we want to future-proof it by putting new capacitors in it so it will last another couple lifetimes. But to do that, we do have to get at one cap that is under the shielding. So we got to take the shielding off. Which is a pain, but it has to be done. Yeah, and that metal always wants to flake off on me. There we go. Now we just gotta bend all these tabs. Back. And half the time they will just break off. Let's get those. I always lose them. Let me get my needle nose. Where is my needle nose? Definitely had them both out because I used it to muck with something earlier. Here we go. not want to let go. There we go. And there it is. So all 2600s have the following. They have two 4.7 caps and one big 2200 that is filtering the input. And that's it. That is it. So there's one. And we gotta take this bottom plate off. There we go. And here's the other one. TPO capacitors. Never heard of those before. An interesting brand choice on this revision aboard Atari. The early ones use Nikons, and they're phenomenal. You usually don't even need to replace them. I mean, I do anyways, but the Nikons last, geez, they last forever. Alright, so let's set these holes out. Alright, that hole's not wanting to suck out. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. just like that. That is a restored and ready to go back out Atari 2600 console. It's just 4 caps on the board, and he's ready to go again. That one's done. See, this is a good one. This one's got Nikons. This one's got Nikons. But we're still going to replace them just in case. Oh, and this is one that has a broke switch. So we gotta steal a switch from another board. Which is fine, I got donor boards. Don't you worry about that. So we gotta desolder this one. There it is. We'll get a donor board. Get a donor board like this. Which I already took another switch off of. So this switch is trash. We're going to steal this switch off this one. Some of these feet are like a little twisted in here. There we go. Now it's starting to give. There it is. That one's bent. And now it fits in the hole. Now we gotta solder him in. And there you go. Oh, he's a little cockeyed, a little cockeyed. These top ones are a little short. So let's fix him. Huh, it's like these back ones don't go in all the way. Might have to suck the solder out again. There we go. That sounded good. Yep, there it is. There's our switch. There we go. And the bottom comes off. And we desolder this guy right here. There he is. There he be. There he's out. It's another Nikon. These are all Nikons on this board. Actually, this one doesn't look like a Nikon. Alright. Now we just gotta suck out all the holes. Man, what's going on here? None of these want to suck out nice for me. That one did. There we go. There we go. And finally, awesome. Okay, so now we just grab another out of our bag of capacitors. And we throw them in. And we grab two more off our tape. The solder sucker addict. This guy.
This guy's a lifesaver, man.
Where's our last one? There we go. Man, what are we stuck on, man? I hate taking these cases off. It's always a pain in the butt to get them back together. Pain in the butt. Gotta get all these metal tabs to line up. There we go. It's easier to do it in my lap. There we go. Alright, there's another finished Atari. Ready to be enjoyed for another 50 years without incident. So this one had a really bad corroded, or broken switch. So we fixed the broken switch, we got a new switch on there, and we gave it new capacitors. There it is. That's two done. This has got tape on it. TU1. They taped over the model number and wrote something else. Interesting. This might be $1 million prototype board. Oh my god. I cannot believe it. guess that one came off easy. Alright, time for Ashton's favorite tool. The solder remover, or sucker. Yeah, I've been liking doing the streams, it's fun. I mean, I'm doing this shit anyways. It takes me like 2 seconds to turn the cam on, and I don't have to do anything else. Alright, old caps going out the door, into the trash. New ones going in, 2 smalls. 1 big. I mean, usually I'd just be listening to music or something, or a podcast, I guess. But it don't really bother me sitting here and talking to myself. Well, I twisted those up, but oh well. It is the right way around. Alright. Oh, I know what to say. Yeah, it's because I'm working at the other solder bench while I'm working at the other camera setup, and my mic is at the main bench that I've been using, so I need to figure out how I can make that work for sound. Oh, I'll tell you what I usually do. I usually will have football on, and I can't have football on, which does suck. But it's Wednesday night, so what the hell's going to be on? Alright, that's another one done. Three down. Ooh. I guess I'll do that. That seemed like it wiggled a lot more than I'm used to, but that feels good. Yeah, well, it is wireless, but I have it wired so because it's a pain in the ass to worry about it fucking dying all the time. Like power wise, like that's just a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Which way do you need to spin? This way. Yeah, I figured that was gonna break off. I'm not kidding when I say the most time-consuming part. What's up? Can you not hear me? Is this off? It's on. There we go. Now come off. Yes. Yes, yes. So this one, can you hear me? Yeah, this one is going to need a bath in the rust remover, and then we're going to have to clean this one off, or that rust will keep hurting this board. We can't have that. So we'll still replace the caps on it now, but this one's going to stay apart because we're going to have to do that. Oh, this one's a weird revision. The cap is left to right, I think. Yep, it is. Yep, there it is. flux on there. Ah, that was the problem. There we go. I went to Hunter's today and dropped off all those PS2s I did in the last stream. And I got a gift. I guess it would be a gift, unless you want me to just give it to you. And you can pay me for it, but I got a gift for you. I don't know if you want to wait till Christmas, or you want me to just give it to you. Oh, I didn't suck this one out. It don't matter to me either way, so I can get you something else. You can just pay me for it. That's fine with me. So you don't have to wait. Are you wanting to play it here soon? Since you just finished this other game? Alright, that one's done. It just needs a good clean. Look how big that crystal case is. Jesus Christ. And we got to get all this rust off the best we can. And this one will be ready to be enjoyed again too. Oh, and that switch feels jang. That needs cleaned. So this one we'll put over here. Waiting to be cleaned. Waiting to be cleaned. Hey, I'm glad that PS3 still works. That's awesome. I forget what was wrong with that one. I think I just need a new laser. That was a storage locker PS3, I'm pretty sure. You wonder which one it is, huh? I wonder. So how does that disc work? Is each game its own trophy? Because since it's the collection, would it not just have all 5 games trophies in one game? Or 6 games, or wherever each one is? What's Sly Cooper, 3? And Ratchet & Clank's like
6 or 5. I don't know. Let's do one more. Actually, we did this one already, didn't we?
Sure looks like it. That looks like one of mine. Yeah, it's a CD. Okay, we only got one more of the CX ones to do, so let's just do one more. Might as well.
Oh shit. Okay. It's just Ashton in here. You can come over.
I checked it before I came here. You never told me you needed help with your video.
I did. I ended up getting it done myself.
You didn't. I told you to ask me when to come down. So.
I know. It's fine. It's Terry Football still running, ain't it? When you walk by.
No.
Don't freak me out. Trying to get this case off. Look at the board.
Queso? Queso?
It's pretty much done.
Whoa!
We're just waiting on chips to arrive now,
Dang.
and then we can try it in the pinball machine.
Did you solder it already?
Yep, it's all soldered in.
You solder from the back?
Yep.
Do you just put dots on every one of these things?
Yep.
Whoa. That would be a fun thing for me to do.
Yeah. Well, I got 19 more of them to do, so here you go.
Ooh, that would be fun. Can you show me how to do that?
Yeah. I'd love for you to do it, 'cause it takes forever.
Maybe this weekend? I gotta do my master class video tomorrow. So, on Friday. Coming over here. I'm going to bed. I was trying to sit in there for a little bit and then I was crying. I finished my anime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like it's done for good, or
No.
you're waiting now?
Well, might as well be done for good. They're not releasing the episodes till next October. So I'm devastated. I want to buy a life-size standee one of the characters.
You need help.
I literally like rage quit in the bathroom when I was doing my hair. I like rage quit. I was like yelling and throwing shit. Not happy. Alright. Well, that's it.
I'm done after this board, anyways. Hey, did you finish Pokemon ZA?
No.
Ashton asked.
No.
She said no.
Did you finish it?
I don't think he bought it. She said no. She didn't play it that long, to be honest. This one has the Wang capacitors. Not good, not good. The night we fixed all the Ataris, we had one that would not consistently play games, and it was one of the Wang capacitors' fault. So we definitely want to replace this one. We do not trust that. We do not trust those Wang capacitors at all. Alright, we gotta get rid of all the solder in the holes. Come on. These holes, the big ones, always want to be so difficult. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, that's another one done, but it needs, this needs the rust removed too, so. Alright, I think that's all I'm doing tonight. I have 2 more Atari boards to do. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 6 of them. And I had 8 total that I just did in the last stream. These ones are all done now. Now I just got to get the boards or the cases cleaned, and then these can go back in them, and they can be tested one more time, and then they'll be ready for sale. And then last night we did a bunch. We put new lasers in all the PS2s. If you want to go back and look at that.
New lasers and all the PS2s. We have 2 PS2 Fats to do that we didn't finish last night because it got too late. And this one's giving us fits, so we'll see how the other one goes. But I put a shit ton of new lasers in a bunch of PS2s. Took them all back to Hunter. He's happy. He has 5 Slims and 2 Fats to sell now. And I have 2 more Fats to do. So, I don't know why you'd ever want a Fat anyway, because the Slims pay PS1 games, and they're better. These things are huge, and it takes forever for these things to read a disc. Even if it's a new laser, it just takes forever because they're just old, and they're breaking, like power supplies and stuff. So, yeah. But that's all for tonight. So, until next time, I'll see y'all later. Good night, Ashton and Sierra.